Good afternoon to all. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Start.
किसको? हाँ?
Okay. So in last class we have discussed up to unsymmetrical spacing. Now here we are going to calculate the capacitance of the three-phase line where all the conductors are unsymmetrically placed. And when we are doing this, actually the transposition phenomena, so we'll see how to calculate the capacitance of this type of configuration. Now, potential for this first position, V1, let us say for this particular configuration, okay, where the distance between A and B it is D3, distance between B and C it is D1, and distance between A and C it is D2, okay. So this should be 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught into QA log 1 R plus QB into log of 1 by D3 plus, because distance between A and B it is D3, A and B it is D3, and into log of 1 by D2. Okay, this particular part is clear to all of you. First one,
Yes, sir.
how we have got it. Okay, fine. Then potential of the second position V2 in the same way. Now you see that there is a distance gets changed. We are actually calculating for the conductor A. Now distance between A and C it is D3, distance between A and B it is D1, and distance between B and C it is. So V2 will be equal to 1 by 2 pi epsilon QA log 1 by R, that is due to this own part, plus QB into log of 1 by D1, because distance between A and B it is D1. You see this, A and B it is D1 in the second position. This is the second position. Now QC plus QC into log of 1 by D3, because distance between A and C it is D3. Now similarly, we can calculate the potential for the third position. Third position it is the distance between B and C it is D3, A and C it is D1, and A and B it is D2. So V3 will be equal to 1 by 2 pi epsilon QA into log of 1 by R plus QB into log of 1 by D2 plus QC into log of 1 by D1. So we have calculated what is the of conductor A for various charges, and what is the let us say the net potential of conductor A due to the, let us say, the mutual effect of the other conductors. So the average voltage of this conductor A, this will be average. How to calculate? This is V1 plus V2 plus V3 by 3. So this 1 by 2 by epsilon, and this 3 will come, and we are adding this all this term. So this will, what will happen? QA will be taken common, then log of 1 by RQ. This point is clear, or should I show in the board? Because 1 by R and 1 by R, this becomes 1 by RQ, because QA is taken common. This point is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
If anyone has any doubt, please tell me. Don't hesitate. Okay, I will then go to the blackboard and I will discuss that thing. Okay, if you are facing any difficulty at any point, please and tell me that I have not understood that particular part. Okay. So this thing will be QB plus QC. Now we are, you see, this QB, this QB and this QB, these all QBs are taken common. So it is coming 1 by D1, D2, D3. Similarly, when we add these three, QC will be taken common, then log of 1 by D1 plus log of 1 by D2 plus log of 1 by D3. So this will be log of 1 by D1, D2, D3. So now finally we have taken QB plus QC log of 1 by D1, D2, D3. Now we know that QA plus QB plus QC equal to 0. So QB plus QC will be equal to, obviously this should be equal to minus QA. So now we are substituting QB plus QC equal to minus QA. So what will happen? This is 1 by 6 pi epsilon QA log of 1 by RQ. This will be minus QA log of 1 by D1, D2, D3. So what will happen? You see, this is QA is taken common, QA by 6 pi epsilon log of. Now this minus this. So this D1, D2, D3 will be in the numerator, obviously, because there is a minus sign. So this will be at the numerator D1, D2, D3 by RQ. So now what we'll do, we'll take this, we'll separate this 1 by 3 out, 1 by 3 into QA by 2 pi epsilon log of D1, D2, D3 RQ by RQ. So 1/3 is taken inside within the log. So this is log of cube root of D1, D2, D3 by RQ. So this whole term is under cube root. So what will happen? QA by 2 pi epsilon. Now this will be cube root of D1, D2, D3, and this is R cube to the power of 1/3. So this will be R. So finally the capacitance from conductor to neutral. So with respect to the neutral, what should be the capacitance? That is CA equal to QA by BA. So that means 2 pi epsilon by log of cube root of D1, D2, D3 by R. Is it any problem? Is there any problem in this particular derivation?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. Now we'll move to some numerical problem, because based on the capacitance formula, whatever we have discussed, we'll solve some numerical problem. So first numerical problem is a single phase transmission line has two parallel conductors 3 meters apart, the radius of each ring being 1 centimeter. Calculate the capacitance of the line per kilometer given that epsilon naught equal to 8.854 into 10 to the power minus 12 farad per meter. This is the problem. So a single phase line is given, and their distance between two conductor it is 3 meters, and radius of each conductor it is 1 centimeter. Epsilon naught is given. You need to calculate the capacitance. So this is basically you have to apply the formula directly. Okay. So we know that capacitance of a single phase line it is pi epsilon by log of d by r. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So epsilon naught we know, we'll substitute this value, d equal to 3 meters, so we'll convert it to centimeter. R is 1 centimeter because here radius it is given, that is 1 centimeter. Now we'll substitute all these value and we'll do the calculation, and we'll get this particular value, that is 0.4875 10 to the power minus 2 microfarad per kilometer. Now please check this whether you are getting or not, because just check it, because you have to do the calculation. Calculation is another part of any numerical problem. So please do it. Check it that whether you are getting or not. Quickly, you just review it. Are you doing the calculation?
Yes, yes, yeah.
Okay, fine. So are you getting that thing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I want to see all of you. You just switch on your video for a second. I want to see all of you. You switch on your video. Yes. It's fine. Piyush Kumar Thakur, what has happened? Piyush, are you doing this calculation? Piyush?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So switch on your video. You are responding, I know.
Yes, right.
Where is Piyush Kumar Thakur? Yes, Piyush, I can see you. Correct. Correct. Yes. Fine. Fine. Okay. Dipanshu Raja. Dipanshu Raja,
Yes, sir.
switch on your video. You are supposed to switch on your video when I have asked you that. Then Sachin Shah. Sachin Shah,
Yes, sir.
why you are not making switch on your video?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I have switched on it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, fine. Very good. My students, you are attending that sincerely. That's good. Deepak Orao. Deepak Orao. Deepak Orao. Deepak, are you
Earphone.
Mr. Deepak?
Yes, sir.
Switch on your video. Deepak Orao. Switch on your video. Deepak Kumari. Deepak Kumari. Deepak Kumari. You are here? Deepak Kumari? Yes. Okay, fine. Okay, now we'll proceed to next problem. Thank you to all of you. Again, we'll concentrate on numerical problems. Thank you. Next problem is a three-phase overhead line has its conductors arranged at the corners of an equilateral triangle of 2 meter side. Calculate the capacitance of each line conductor per kilometer, given that diameter of each conductor is 1.25 centimeter. So it is a problem related with the equilateral spacing problem. That is the equilateral triangle. Okay, all the distances are equal. Okay, conductors are placed at the tip of that particular triangle. Now we need to calculate the capacitance per kilometer, and the diameter of that particular conductor, it is given 1.25 centimeter. Okay, so now we have to apply that particular formula. Okay, we need to apply, that is 2 pi epsilon naught log of d by r. So that means here r is your diameter is given, that is 1.25 centimeter. So we need to convert it to the radius. Then spacing of the conductor, it is 2 meters. So we are converting it to centimeter. Now we'll apply that formula. Please check once again. Quickly you solve, because the exam you have to do. That time this calculation, if that is wrong, then you will not get marks. Quickly you check.
Question.
Question, fine.
Sir, we will do the calculation on calculator.
Yeah, obviously you will get the calculator. Everywhere you will get. In GATE exam or any competitive exam, you will get that.
Okay, sir.
So that is not the issue. Okay, in your batch, all classes are conducted, na? Now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Except measurement, sir.
Yeah, I know that John sir is little bit sick. Yeah, issues. I know that thing. I know that thing. But it will be compensated, definitely. He's sick, actually. He's not able to take the classes. Okay, because of that reason. But it will be compensated, that classes.
तो
Otherwise,
solution वाला slide ले
okay, fine. And also you are getting all the materials in the LMS, na?
नो सर, मतलब कि रेगुलरली सारा प्रोवाइड नहीं हो रहा है.
Which subject? Maybe.
एनालॉग में सर आधा के बाद और फिर नहीं हुआ है. और
Okay. एनालॉग कौन लेता है सब्जेक्ट? टीचर कौन है?
बता रहे सर.
देवव्रता दास sir.
Okay, I will inform. Okay. Any other subject where you are not getting the lecture materials? Okay, fine. I think you are getting. My subject you are getting, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. And videos, it is available in the YouTube. Yes or no? All videos?
Yes, sir. All videos are available.
Yeah. So now this facility you are getting, because if you are not able to attend, or maybe let us say you are not able to hear the, let us say, lectures due to the network connectivity issues, so you can listen it through your YouTube mode. Okay. So you
Sir,
can.
in which channel? YouTube in which channel, sir?
YouTube in which channel? We have a departmental channel, Department of Electrical Engineering, Chaivasa Engineering College. Okay. So I think you discuss with your batchmates or with your HOD. I will request your HOD to circulate all these details so that student can be able to circulate.
Okay, sir.
See this. Okay, definitely. But if you write in the YouTube, you will get those things. That is the Department of Electrical Engineering, Chaivasa Engineering College. So there you will get all these videos. Okay. Okay, fine. You have got it. This.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Next problem: a three-phase 50 Hz 66 kV overhead line conductors are placed in a horizontal plane, as shown in figure. The conductor diameter is 1.25 centimeter. If the line length is 100 kilometer, calculate the capacitance per phase, charging current per phase, assuming complete transposition of the line. So there are three conductors, let us say ABC, and their mutual distances are given. So mutual distance between A and B it is 2 meter, between B and C it is 2.5, obviously between A and C it will be 4.5 meter. So now here first you have to calculate the capacitance, and then second point is the charging current per phase. So what has to be done? This is the, again, we'll apply that formula that the line capacitance equal to line to neutral capacitance, that will be 2 pi epsilon log of d by r, that is farad per meter. Now here, which value of d will take? Here we'll take that equivalent equilateral spacing, because there are three distances. So when we have a three distances, that time we have to take the equivalent distance. The equivalent distance means we have to take the cube root of all these three distances. Then the radius is given, that is radius you have to calculate, diameter is given 1.25 centimeter. So you will be able to calculate this value. Now it is farad per meter, but we want that value in farad per kilometer. So you have to convert this farad per meter into kilometer. So what will happen? You will multiply this thing by 1000. Okay. So you will get the data in microfarad per kilometer. Now for the whole length of the line, so here the distance it is given, distance is for the 100 kilometer line. So 100 kilometer length, the total capacitance you can calculate, because this value is the capacitance per kilometer. So for the whole length, that is for the 100 kilometer length, what should be the capacitance? So you have to multiply this. Now the charging current per phase. So we know that the charging current, it is equal to phase voltage by the capacitive reactance. Now phase voltage, we know that is, here in this case, it is 66 kV line. So this is 66 kV means it is line to line voltage. So So we need to convert this line to line voltage into phase voltage. So this 66,000 by root 3 and X equal to, we normally know X equal to 1 by j omega C. Omega is 2 pi F. Okay, so this is in the denominator. So this term is coming in the numerator. So that is 2 pi FC. Now we'll substitute all values. So you'll get the value of the charging current. Any doubt anywhere? Any doubt on this particular problem?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. Fine. Next, let us say another problem, that is calculate the capacitance of a 100 kilometer long 3-phase 50 Hz overhead transmission line consisting of 3 conductors, each of diameter 2 centimeter and spaced 2.5 centimeter at the corners of an equilateral triangle. So now I'll suggest that you solve this particular problem. This is a problem of that you have to calculate the equivalent spacing, because there are 3 conductors are there, diameter is 2 centimeter and space 2.5 meters. So this is the equilateral triangle. So you apply the formula for the equilateral triangle and calculate the capacitance. Okay. Could you please do it? This particular problem. Equivalent, that is the equilateral triangle. So equilateral triangle just now we have solved. This is equilateral triangle. Which formula you will apply? 2 pi epsilon naught log of d by r. Okay. So you apply that formula for this particular problem. Will you be able to solve it? Yes or no?
I'm trying, sir.
Okay, fine. You do it.
So 17.28 into 10 to the power minus 12.
Okay, let us check. This is the calculation. 2 pi epsilon naught log of d by r. D is 2.5 centimeter, that is 250 centimeter. R is 2 by 2, that is 1 centimeter. Now you just cross check your calculation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 10.0.75.
10.0.
47 into 10 to the power minus 12. Yes, sir.
Okay, correct. Others, all of you have got this thing. Please check it. And we have to calculate for the 100 kilometer length. This value we have got for farad per kilometer. Now, for 100 kilometer length, what should be the capacitance value? Yes or no? Any doubt on this particular problem? Any doubt? You have to speak. See, you are.
सर ये ठीक है, इससे पहले वाला समझ में नहीं आया था।
कौन सा वाला?
इससे जस्ट पहले जो बताए थे क्वेश्चन से।
अच्छा, इसके पहले वाला?
यस सर, ये तो सिंपल सर, ये समझ में आ गया।
Correct, correct. Okay, this one.
Yes sir.
Okay. Now here, actually, what is happening? This distance, ABC distance between A and B, it is 2.2 meter, and between B and C it is 2.5. Between A and C it is 4.5. Okay, so the mutual distances are not equal. So when we will apply the same formula,
सर
but
2.5 तो हम लोग का क्वेश्चन जो था उसमें नहीं दिख रहा था।
कौन सा यहाँ
2. ये सर 2 मीटर 2.5 मीटर जो लिए डिस्टेंस, ये कैसे लिए? जैसे क्वेश्चन में दिया नहीं
this will
हुआ
be
है।
given. This will be given to you. This data will be
ओके
given to you. Okay.
ओके यस
So now what has to be done? You have to calculate what is the equivalent spacing of this conductor. Equivalent spacing. So equivalent spacing, how to calculate? That is cube root of d1, d2, d3, because we have to take all distances, and how many distances we have taken? We have taken 3 distances. So we have to calculate the cube root of that. So then we'll apply that. We'll got 2.82 and this will be 282 centimeter. So now we'll apply this formula. We'll substitute the value of epsilon, and d value is 282 and your r value is 0.625 centimeter. So from here you will be able to calculate what is this value. Okay, 0.0091 10 to the power minus 9 farad per meter. So then we have converted it into the farad per kilometer. So multiplied by 1000, and then this value we have got, that is 0.0091 microfarad per kilometer, because 10 to the power minus 6 is there. Now for the whole length, 100 kilometer length, this will be multiplied by 100. So that means this will be 0.91 microfarad. Now charging current is IC equal to V phase by the reactance. Now reactance is 1 by j omega c. So j we have dropped, we are actually calculating the magnitude. So it is 1 by omega c. Omega is 2 pi f. So this term is coming into the numerator. So then we have substituted all these values. Now is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay. Next is a 3-phase 50 Hz 132 kV overhead line has conductors placed in a horizontal plane 4 meter apart. Conductor diameter is 2 centimeter. If the line length is 100 kilometer, calculate the charging current per phase assuming complete transposition. So 4 meter is their mutual distance between A to B and B to C. I think this is a similar problem which we have done for the last case. Yes or no?
Yes sir.
So please do it from your end. I want that you will solve it. Please do it.
So for 100 kilometer, the capacitance will be 100 into 10 to the power minus 12 farad per meter.
100 into
10 to the power minus 12.
this is not 100. This is something 0.885. Again, cross check it. Cross check it.
Oh, sir, I have not calculated the equivalent distance. That's why.
So you have to calculate, no? You have to calculate because there are 3 distances.
Yes, sir.
At 3 distances, we have to calculate their equivalent spacing. Is it over? Have you got it?
Yes, sir.
Field charging current calculation. So charging current will be what? Is V phase.
चार्जिंग करंट एक्सप्लेन कर दीजिए.
Okay, fine. So I will better go to the board. I don't know this will happen or not. Okay, fine. Slide is visible, na? Whiteboard?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is, let us say, this is IC. IC equal to V phase by the capacitance XC. Now, what is the XC value? We know that is 1 by omega C. So this is 1 by omega is 1 by 2 pi FC. So IC will be equal to V phase by, this will be 1 by 2 pi FC. So this will be 2 pi FC into V phase, or sometimes it is written 2 pi F is omega into C into V phase. Is it clear? Any doubt anywhere?
No, sir. Clear, sir.
Clear, fine. So I will move to that particular slide. Okay, so it is omega C V phase. So omega is 2 pi F, 2 pi F is 50 Hz. C you have calculated 0.885 in 10 to the power minus 6, and the V phase voltage, it is 76210, that is 21.18 ampere. Fine.
Sir, how we know that the voltage that is given in the question is phase voltage or line voltage?
Yes, this is a very good question. Appreciate your question. Correct. See, always one thing, this is a thumb rule you have to remember, where my board has gone. Just a minute. Okay. See, whenever in the problem anything is given, okay, let us say maybe a 33 kV line,
Yes, sir.
maybe it's 132 kV line, okay. Always this thing you have to remember, these are all line to line voltage. These are always line to line voltage. Okay, this is a standard practice. This is a standard practice. Always the voltages which are given, that is in line to line voltage. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Unless and until it is specified that it is a phase voltage, the rating of any transmission line, it is specified in terms of line to line voltage. Is it clear? These are basic things. Okay. So
Okay, sir.
please remember this thing. Okay, fine. Now I think you should put your attendance, then I will move to another slide. Put your attendance quickly. Quickly you put your attendance. Are you doing? Are you doing this thing?
Sir, submit attendance का वहाँ शो नहीं कर रहा है.
Huh?
Submit attendance का शो नहीं कर रहा है स्कैन करने पे.
सर 250 तक ही टाइम था, 150 तक 151 हो गया.
150 तक.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Okay, just a minute. किसी का नहीं हो रहा है?
No, sir, नहीं हो रहा.
ठीक है. Let me just do.
No, sir, नहीं हुआ.
Okay, just a minute. I will do this. No issue. Just a minute. I will do this thing. Now you start. Okay. I think you will get. अभी ले रहा है?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please do it. All of you have done it? All
Done, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir. Done.
Anyone left? Anyone left? Please tell me. Okay. I hope all of you have done it. Fine. Because this attendance is very, very important now. Okay. Stop share this thing. Now we'll, so this capacitance calculation, it is over for you. Okay. So we have finished this capacitance calculation part. Now we'll move to some new chapter, but under the same module. Module remains same, but the chapter is something different. As per your syllabus, it is under same module. So we'll start with, my screen is visible, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we'll start with this particular chapter, that is the performance of transmission lines. So what we have till now we got it from the previous chapter, that is how to calculate the inductance and capacitance of any transmission lines for, let us say, a single phase line, maybe a three-phase line, or maybe a three-phase double circuit line, or maybe any conductor configuration. If any such kind of configurations are given, then how to calculate the inductance and capacitance of any systems, we'll be able to calculate it. Now, the capacitance, inductance, and resistance, that is a very easy thing. So resistance value, it is very, very small compared to those parameters. So we know that all the transmission line parameters, that is the resistance, inductance, and capacitance, those values are known to you. Now, next thing is that how we can evaluate the performance of the transmission line. So performance terms, this is a basically keyword. So what is the meaning of this performance? Anyone can have any idea? What do we mean by the performance of any system? Let us first discuss this point. What do we mean by this performance? When we are discussing the performance term, so performance means
Efficiency, sir.
efficiency, or any other term?
So less voltage regulation.
Yes, very good, Beta. So you know this thing. So efficiency, then the voltage regulation. So you see, these are the measurement parameter. Okay, these are the measurement parameter. So performance of transmission line, we can actually, that is desirable, because there are various types of transmission lines are available. Okay, we'll know in detail that what are the different types of transmission lines are there. So, and if, let us say, this big structure of transmission lines are erected, now how to calculate, let us say, the efficiency of that particular transmission line, what is the voltage regulation of that particular transmission line, what is the, let us say, sending end voltage is given, what should be the receiving end voltage of that particular system, what should be the receiving end power factor of that particular line. So those, there are many calculations, many performance parameters are there, which we are actually going to calculate. Okay, which we are actually going to evaluate, that whether for a given case of a transmission line, what are the different parameters and how to calculate those performance parameters in detail. Okay. So the important consideration in the design and operation of a transmission lines are the determination of the voltage drop, line losses, and efficiency of the transmission line. So we have to keep in mind this line loss is very, very important. What is the line loss of a transmission line? Anyone? What is the line loss? Line loss means what is
the voltage drop across the transmission line conductor?
No, line loss. It is the loss. Voltage drop is
I square R loss, sir.
I square R loss. That is the ohmic loss. That is the ohmic loss. So because in any transmission line conductor, that particular conductor has some line resistance. So due to that line resistance, there will be the current is flowing, and due to that, there will be some losses. So those losses are basically known as the I square R loss or the ohmic loss. So and due to that losses, the power which is delivered from the sending end, the receiving end power will be more or it will be less.
Less, sir.
It will be less. So that means the receiving end power will be less than the sending end power because of these line losses. So these values are greatly influenced by the line constant RLC of the transmission line. So for instance, the voltage drop in the line depends upon the values of the above three line constants. We'll see that how this voltage drop is dependent on this RLC parameter, because how to calculate the RLC, that we know. So till now we have that particular knowledge that for a given transmission line, how to calculate the resistance. Resistance is a very straightforward thing. So it will be given normally. Inductance and capacitance you are supposed to calculate. So you know the process how to calculate the inductance and capacitance of a given transmission line. Similarly, the resistance of the transmission line conductor is the most important cause of power loss in the line and determines the transmission efficiency. Because efficiency is again, that is the output power by the input power into 100. So obviously, output power will be less than the input power because of these transmission line losses. So if the transmission line losses are more, so obviously the output power will be less, so the efficiency will be less. So that is the resistance value of any transmission line, it has great impact on the system, and because of that, the efficiency of the line it gets decreased. Now the classification of overhead lines. So classification of the overhead lines means how we'll classify. That is based on, there are certain parameters based on that we'll classify. We'll see that how to classify this overhead transmission line. So a transmission line has three constant RL, L, and C distributed uniformly along the whole length of the line. So this you have to keep in mind. The transmission line parameters, these parameters are distributed parameters. These are not the lump parameter. These are not the lump parameter. These are basically distributed. The resistance and inductance form the series impedance. So we have to understand that R, L, and C, these are the three parameters which we have understood that these are the main parameters, or let us say the parameters which are present in case of any transmission line. But among these three parameters, R and L, these are the series parameter, and the capacitance, it is the shunt parameter. So the capacitance existing between conductors for one phase line or from a conductor to neutral for a three-phase line forms a shunt path throughout the length of the line. So you have to keep in mind this thing. I will just show you. Just a minute. Erase this. Okay, so I think okay, fine. So you have to keep in mind these two things. There are three parameters. There will be resistance, there will be inductance, and there will be capacitance. So this resistance, this is your series parameter. Inductance also, it is series parameter, and the capacitance, it is shunt parameter. So that means resistance and inductance, this will be connected in series, whereas the capacitance, this parameter, this will be connected in parallel. Point is clear?
Sir, how we can say that capacitance is in parallel?
Yeah, very good question. See, transmission lines, I will need this board again. I will do that thing. Yeah. So let us say a transmission tower is there. Okay, a transmission tower. This is, let us say, R, and you have three conductors. You have three conductors. Let us say, for example, this is R, this is your Y, and this is your. Now, if you see any transmission line, there is no physical capacitor is connected. No physical capacitor. Okay, but there will be capacitance exist. Okay, so how to resolve this problem? So basically, we have to understand this point this way. Between the two lines, the air is acting as a dielectric medium. So we have two charge carrying conductors. This is basically two parallel plates, and in between that we have air is acting as a dielectric medium. So if we have let us say, the two parallel plates, there are two parallel plates which is carrying charges, let us say these are carrying some charges. Okay, now in between that, if there is some dielectric medium, what will happen? The capacitance will be formed. Yes or no? This point you agree with me? If there is parallel plate capacity, two parallel plates are there, and in between that there is a dielectric medium, so that particular two parallel plate will behave as a capacitor. So in case of transmission line also, it will happen in the same way. So air is acting as a dielectric medium, and we have a charged conductor, so the capacitance will be formed across the two lines. So that's why this capacitance, it is connected in parallel, whereas this resistance and inductance, this is connected in series. Point is clear, I hope.
Yes, sir.
Now, therefore, the capacitance effects introduce complications in transmission line calculation. So this is basically, it makes a calculation a complex one. So here we'll just discuss this thing. I will continue in next class, but prior to that, I will discuss one point, that is that we can classify basically the transmission line into three categories. We can classify this into three categories depending upon their voltage level and depending upon their distance of transmission. So basically we can classify the transmission line into three categories, that is short transmission line. There is a short transmission line. Then we have second case, it is medium transmission line. It is medium transmission line. And third one is your long transmission line. So we'll discuss in detail that what is short transmission line, how to represent short transmission line with the help of circuit diagram and phasor diagram. Then we'll calculate the performance of this particular short transmission line, that is the voltage regulation, efficiency, line losses. So all those parameters we'll calculate. Similarly, for the medium transmission line also, we'll do that same type of process, and we will understand that what is the circuit configuration of the medium transmission line, and it is applicable for the long transmission line. So how to classify this these transmission lines? There are two parameters. One is the distance and the second is the voltage level. Based on that, we can classify the transmission lines. Okay. So with that, I think we'll conclude this class. We'll continue in the next class. Okay. So any doubt, anyone, please tell me. Any?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. So attendance is over. So now I'll conclude this class. Thank you. I'll stop share this thing. Okay. Thank you all of you.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Meet in next class. Okay. Thank you.